Park Road Shopping Center. Now I know you only see cars right now, but where I'm headed is over here. Park Road Shopping Center is one of the most popular areas, especially if you are in Madison Park or Barclay Downs. Today I'm actually going to go ahead and tour the Madison Park area, tell you a little bit about what the neighborhood is like, what you can expect, how it came to be, what kind of shopping is around, and of course we're going to take a look at some houses. Now, a few things to know about Madison Park. It is one of the most popular areas in Charlotte for homeowners. It's primarily a residential area with some great shopping nearby, and in fact, Park Road Shopping Center has changed quite a bit in the last couple of years. It's got a complete facelift. There's been more and more businesses that have come in, and it's probably one of the most competitive places for retail because everybody wants to be here. So in this video, if you want to stick around, we're going to learn all about Madison Park, and I'm going to show you some houses. And if you're looking for everything Charlotte, North Carolina, the ins, the outs, everything in between, you've come to the right channel. Be sure to like and subscribe. And if you want to be notified every time I drop a video, hit that little notification button there and let me know. Now, I'm also going to say, if you have questions or comments about Madison Park, drop them in the comments below. I want to hear it and I want to answer those questions. I get calls, texts, and emails literally every day from people just like you looking to move to this area. If that's you, go ahead and take a look in the description below for all my contact information. Shoot me a call, text, email, and I'll help you make your move exactly what you want it to be. So as you can see, I am walking down this cute little side street. Let me stop and turn around a little bit. There are little boutiques, and we're going to pop into a few of them so I can show you exactly what I am seeing here in Madison Park. Now, funny short story, 𝗖cie Bakery, also here in the Park Road Shopping Center, actually made my wedding cake way back in the day. So a little known fact about the Park Road Shopping Center. Yes, it has shopping. Yes, it has clothes and boutiques and food and restaurants. You name it, including bookstores, it's got it. What you probably didn't know though, it also has a speakeasy. That's right, Park Road Shopping Center has a speakeasy, and while we can't go in it because it's during the day, I am going to show it to you so you know where to look. So what made Park Road Shopping Center such a big spot for people to come and spend the day? Honestly, you could literally spend the day in this strip of shopping here, from breakfast, lunch, dinner, and everything in between. What made it so popular are the neighborhoods around it. Now, Madison Park is located just outside the city, and it is surrounded by, you ready? I'm gonna name all the streets. Tryon on the south side, South Boulevard on the west side. You're gonna go down Park Avenue on the east side, and it's topped off by Woodlawn. So, when you are driving around Madison Park, you're going to notice you can drive a whole circle, and in each of those quadrants are going to hit different types of shopping and different thoroughfares in and throughout Charlotte. So being we're only about 15 minutes from downtown, it makes for the perfect spot if you want to live in the area. In addition to that, it's also about 5 minutes from South Park Mall. Now, South Park is the luxury mall of Charlotte, North Carolina. So you've got some beautiful homes that also surround there. South Park, which I'll do in another video, also is the home to a lot of banking. So there's a lot of businesses and things like that there. So let's go ahead and pop into some of these stores and I'll show you around. Something that has gone the way of the dinosaur is transportation by bike and by foot. But here in the Park Road Shopping Center, they actually have a bike store. So we are going to pop in and take a look. Best parts about the Park Road Shopping Center, of course, is location, but you also get a little bit of everything here in just one strip. So as you know, in most places you're going to get just a few things, right? You'll get the different designer brand locations. You'll get a coffee shop here and there. Here we have dentistry, we have Aveda, we have restaurants as you see behind me. We have 𝗨𝘀 Coffee, French bakery, which is on the opposite side of this, on the back side. Literally everything. Now coming up is one of my favorite spots, and the reason why I like it, and you're gonna laugh, it's Ace Hardware. The reason why I love this spot is it's so quirky, the fact that it's in the middle of this shopping center. So we're gonna go ahead and pop in and just take a look. So this Ace Hardware is like most Ace Hardwares, but it just feels different when it's in this shopping center. I don't know about you, but when I come in here, I do not feel like I'm in an Ace Hardware. It feels a lot nicer than that. Check this out. That's right, you can get a bird feeder with a copper roof. How cool is that? So literally anything you could possibly want is going to be in here, from new door hinges to places to put your pictures up to welcome home mats, which you'll need when you move here to wipe your feet off before you come in the house. But this spot, you can go from here to the bakery to the speakeasy, or you can get your dog washed all in the same spot in the exact same shopping mall. And it feels fancy. So here's the dog washing spot. Black Hawk Hardware is a part of this actual store, and you saw a little while ago they also have a little garden outside, so you can buy plants and things, or just sit and enjoy your 𝗨𝘀's fresh baked goods and relax. So let's go check out a few more stores, and I'm going to take you further into Madison Park to show you the park, talk about the schools, and some of the pros and cons that I find about the area. As I mentioned, Madison Park is surrounded by South Boulevard, Woodlawn on the north side, Park Road on the east side, and 𝗨𝘀 on the south side. Now, one of the main roads that cuts right through Madison Park is Seneca. Seneca is one of the main thoroughfares if you're trying to get from I-77 over to Park Road. In addition, so is 𝗨𝘀 and Woodlawn. There's a few major roads that run all through Charlotte, but these are the main ones that if you're coming off I-77, you are going to pass down those roads. So on that road itself, it's a little bit busy. The nice thing is, this neighborhood in particular is tucked back off of off the main road. So we're gonna do a little bit of zigging and zagging through there, and I'm gonna show you what it looks like. Now, that last clip of some of those houses was on Woodlawn itself, so that gives you an idea of what Woodlawn looks like. But don't worry, if you're living in this area, you're probably not living right on Woodlawn. So we'll take a look at the inside. So we're about to head down Seneca. Now, Seneca runs directly through Madison Park. It is a fairly active street, as you could probably see. Most people do not live right on Seneca, but those that do, they make it work. Really, because it's such a desirable area to be in, and it's extremely walkable. So when you're out and about, especially if you're on Seneca, you're gonna see people walking their dogs, playing with their kids, going for a run. It is a very active pedestrian street, which is really cool. In addition, they also have bike lanes, so it encourages people to bike, which is wonderful. I wish there were more bike lanes. So a little bit of history of Madison Park. Madison Park was started back in the 1960s in post-World War II as Charlotte was being developed. Now what you're gonna notice is most of the homes around here are gonna be a 3-bed, 2-bath ranch home, brick, all bricks around. That is the most common. Now over the years, of course, there was some mid-century modern that came in, a few split levels that were built. And at this point in time, you're starting to see that there are some homes that are being demolished and rebuilt into much larger homes. But they are fewer and far between, which keeps Madison Park this quaint little neighborhood. And I say little, the population is about 5,500 people per the 2018 census. So it's not overpopulated, it's very residential, and it's truly a community, which I think I love the most about Madison Park. So let's take a drive down Seneca. I'm gonna show you what that looks like, and we're gonna pop into the park that is in Madison Park. It's a huge park, and the neighborhood actually will do gatherings from time to time and meet in this park, which is really cool. So like I said, it's quite the neighborhood. Let's go check it out. Now, even though most of these homes were built in the 1960s or so, or a majority of them, not most, a majority of them, you're going to notice that people have put their own flair onto these properties, whether it be painting them or landscaping, you name it. They have completely changed up these properties into something fresh and new. So yes, you can do that, which is great. Madison Park does not have an HOA because it's not a subdivision. It is a neighborhood. So let me define that in Charlotte for you, because I get this question a lot. You have neighborhoods, but a neighborhood doesn't necessarily mean something like a gated neighborhood where you come through these big drive-in and all of a sudden here's a bunch of houses. No, it is a neighborhood within Charlotte. So each neighborhood in Charlotte flows into the next. Now, if you're looking for more of a planned community where you've got an HOA, maybe a community pool, things of that nature, you're going to want a subdivision, not necessarily just a neighborhood. And to make it more confusing, there are subdivisions in specific neighborhoods. So there's that. For example, up by me, we have the subdivision of Brinemoor, or the subdivision of Highland Creek. Yes, lots of speed bumps. The subdivision of Highland Creek in the neighborhood of Prosperity Village. So as I drive around, this is Madison Park, and this is the neighborhood. So let's pop over the park and see what I'm talking about. So right now I'm in Madison Central Park. Now, Madison Central Park is central to Madison Park. Does that make sense? It's right off of Seneca, and as you can tell, I don't know if you can hear it, but it is super quiet out here. Now, behind me, there's this huge, which I'll give you a peek, but there's this huge playground. And this park is great for picnics. There's actually a disc golf course. Disc golf is a big thing in Charlotte and North Carolina. And there's also the Pinewood Elementary School, which is right on the other side, right over here. So you have very easy access to the elementary school, playgrounds, you name it. It's a great place to come out and be fit, or just sit and read a book. As you can see, this playground is huge, and even the area surrounding it, all you see is green. You would have no idea you are a stone's throw from downtown Charlotte or right in the middle of one of the most popular neighborhoods in Charlotte. So this is not the only park. In fact, there's another park just off of 𝗖𝘀, which is the larger of the two parks in Madison Park, but it is right off of 𝗖𝘀. So this is really the more desired park when you're taking your kids out to go have a picnic in the afternoon, etc. And really only the neighborhood people who live here use it. Now, the other elementary school that I did not mention is the Park Road Montessori. All of the schools from elementary to high school are actually rated phenomenally, so you really cannot miss out. Now, from a middle school standpoint, you're looking at Alexander Graham Middle. Now, Alexander Graham Middle is also highly rated, as is the high school that these all funnel into, which is Myers Park High. Myers Park is highly coveted when it comes to not only location for residential to live, but because the schools are so great, it makes it a highly desirable area for families. So if you're thinking of putting your kids into a great high school and you're looking for a good one, Myers Park High is definitely at the top of the list. So now that you've already fallen in love with this neighborhood, let's go take a look at a few varying price ranges to see what might be a good fit for you. The prices in Madison Park do vary. Now, a lot of the homes that are going on the market are not renovated. That's right, you've got 𝗖𝘁cie in 1960 in some of them, but a lot of them have either been renovated, completely gutted. So when I say renovated, I mean carpet, paint, some updates. Some have been completely renovated, as in gutted, and some are new construction. So let's take a look at a couple and a few different price ranges and show you what you can expect. So you're probably already starting to understand why I love Madison Park and why so many people do. The homes, the charm, they have taken these classic looks of architectural style, and many of these homes have been amplified, added on to, revved up, and they look gorgeous. Now, this house right behind me is a classic Madison Park home. Ranch home, brick, built in 1956. Now, the home's square footage in this area is not very big. I'm sure you probably noticed that as we were driving around. On average, they're about 1,500 square feet. That's kind of, I say average because there's some newer houses that have come in. This particular house is actually only 1,256 square feet. It's 3 bedrooms, 1.5 bathroom. Now you might be saying, oh my gosh, a half bath and only 1 full? Well, in this age of home, this style of home, in this time period, usually there was a half bathroom that was located in the master bedroom. So that's where we come to that. So let's go ahead and head over to our other house. But before we do, guess what the price is? $435,000 this house is, and it could be yours. Now, here's something to understand about the prices in Madison Park as well. They are starting in the 400s. So most houses are actually going to be in the $500,000 to $600,000 range, with others going higher, and you're going to see what I mean in just a second. So this house changes things up a little bit. And what we know about the last house is that it was not actually at all renovated. This particular house is completely renovated inside and out. Now let me give you a taste for the block that we're on right now. It is so pretty. And there is our house. What a stunner. Now, this property sits on 0.26 acres, which is fairly common for this neighborhood. Most of the actual properties sit on about 1/4 of an acre. Now it's completely renovated inside and out. I'm talking quartz countertops, I'm talking opening the walls, because built in the 1950s, so everything was very sectioned off, living room, bedrooms, etc. Now, your kitchen and your living room are open to one another, giving a very open concept feel, which is rare in these areas. Now, this particular home is a little bit north of 1,600 square feet. It's 3 beds, 2 full baths, which it was renovated that way when it went under renovation. Because it's been fully done and you've got the higher square footage of 1,600 square feet, you've got a price point of $650,000. That's right, this property is $650,000, but it is absolutely beautiful. Now check out this block. One thing I'm going to mention about Madison Park as well, you've got a big mix of homes that have been renovated and not renovated. So there's still a lot of growth, even in the price points and valuations of the homes in the neighboring areas, should I say. So in order to actually get a home north of $700,000, it would have to be a new construction and far larger. In fact, this house is actually one of the most expensive homes that has been sold in the last 6 months or for sale. So in order to get a home that's actually in a higher price point, we actually have to cross over Woodlawn. Now, if you are local to Madison Park, you don't claim this is Madison Park, but technically it still is. So let's cross over Woodlawn and take a look at a new construction property that breaches that $1 million mark. So for our last house on the list, here is the street that it's on, and I know you saw the little bit of a drive that we had. This home is very different from the rest. Now, as you can see, the style's also completely different. This home was built in 2012. So as I mentioned, if you're going to be north of $800,000, it's going to be new construction. This certainly fits the bill. Now, one of the other things that sets it apart, not only is the age, but also the square footage. This is a 2,600 square foot home, 4-bed, 3 full baths. How cool is that? But it doesn't stop there. Not only is it new, not only is it larger, not only does it have more bedrooms and bathrooms than the other homes we saw, it sits on 0.41 acres. Now, North Carolinians and South Carolinians love their outdoors. In fact, because we have 3 full seasons we can be outside, we want to make the most of it. So this house has exactly what you would want. In the backyard, there is a huge in-ground swimming pool, hot tub, patio area, and even a full covered outdoor kitchen and living area that is about a 20 by 20. So if you want outdoor, if you want to be close to the city, this is the house. This house is $1.1 million. Now, as you saw with our tour here today through Madison Park, there's a variety of shopping, a variety of homes, and it has some really great lifestyle, especially for families. If you want to get out and about and be near everything, this is the place to be. So, you know how it goes, whether it's 9 days or 90 days, moving across town or all the way across the country, give me a call, a text, an email, and go ahead and check out all of my contact information in the description below. If you have extra questions about Madison Park or want to add more info, drop it in the comments below. I want to hear from you. So until next time, I look forward to showing you around town.